Hey everyone, welcome back to This Teen Travelz. I'm Mateo, and on this channel, I review hotels from a teen's perspective, covering everything that matters to you, from Wi-Fi speeds to pool vibes, gaming console hookups to the best amenities. I've got you covered. Whether planning a vacation or a staycation, I'll help you decide if the hotel is worth your time. On this episode, I'll be featuring the Courtyard Bridgeport Clarksburg, located in Bridgeport, West Virginia. Let's get into it. This was our first time in Bridgeport, and we stopped here for a one-night sleepover during our summer 2025 road trip. We rolled in just after 10:30 p.m. after a long drive from Charlotte. Parking was easy, right in front of the hotel, but we did have to wait a few minutes before anyone was at the check-in desk. Totally understandable since it was late and looked like only one staff member was working. While I waited, I checked out the lobby. The lobby felt like a typical Courtyard setup with a bistro and plenty of seating. I noticed the little cubby nooks, but oddly enough, there were no TVs in them like most Courtyards have. The furniture also felt older and dated, definitely showing signs that this property could use a refresh. Once the front desk agent arrived, check-in was quick. I appreciated that there were plenty of carts available right up front, which made moving luggage super easy. We booked a 2 double room, but when we walked in, we were surprised to find 2 queen beds instead. Definitely a win. The room itself was clean and spacious, with a classic old Courtyard layout. The original desk setup, a smaller TV, and a chair by one of the beds. The bathroom was also a good size, and I really liked that it had a stand-up shower instead of a tub. If you want to compare this to the newer Courtyard design, check out my other Courtyard reviews. I'll link one in the description. The only downside, our room request for feather-free bedding wasn't met. There were both feather and non-feather pillows in the room. Since it was late, we didn't bother calling down, we just shoved the feather ones in the closet and made do. Here's where things went downhill, the Wi-Fi. The connection wasn't just bad, it was the slowest Wi-Fi I've ever tested in any hotel. It was basically unusable for Roblox, streaming, or even hanging out with friends online. I had to rely on my phone's data for everything. And to make it worse, this Courtyard didn't have Marriott's guest room entertainment system, so no Netflix or streaming apps on the TV. The TV was old and small, but the silver lining was that it made plugging in my Nintendo Switch quick and easy. There were a couple more outlets than usual, but after a full day of travel, I still had to break out my trusty travel power strip, which is something I recommend packing for every hotel stay. If you want to see how this Wi-Fi stacks up against other hotels, check out my hotel Wi-Fi speed leaderboard on ThisTeenTravelz.com. The indoor pool was small and shallow, not really a place where I'd want to swim for fun. The fitness room had 4 cardio machines, a weight bench, and some free weights. Pretty basic, but good enough for a quick workout. One highlight, though, was the large outdoor patio at the back of the hotel. Lots of seating, including tables, chairs, sofas, and even a fire pit. It was a cool hangout spot, but some of the furniture was definitely starting to look worn out. At the hotel itself, you've got the bistro, Courtyard's usual all-day dining spot with breakfast, appetizers, and cocktails. But since breakfast isn't included here, my family just grabbed something on the road the next morning. If you're hungry and don't want to drive, you've got solid walkable options. TGI Fridays and Starbucks are right in the same parking lot, and there's a Wendy's and IHOP about a 5-minute walk away. Before checking in, we actually stopped at Patio Bros, about 10 minutes from the hotel. If you follow this channel, you know I love Patio Bros, and they didn't disappoint. I got a cheeseburger kids meal, my sister went for the giant cheese pizza slice, and my parents split a PB Reuben and a big Philly bomb. Everything was super good. If that's not your vibe, there are tons of other options nearby, like Texas Roadhouse, Chick-fil-A, Olive Garden, Applebee's, McDonald's, and more. Since this was just an overnight stop, we didn't get the chance to explore Bridgeport or Clarksburg. But this is where I want to hear from you. If you've been to this area, drop a comment and let me know what's worth checking out the next time I'm driving through. So, what's the verdict? Honestly, I had higher hopes for this hotel. Here's why. The Wi-Fi was basically unusable, which is a huge deal breaker for me as a teen traveler. Our feather-free request wasn't followed, which was frustrating. The property itself felt dated and overdue for a refresh. The pool was small and not super inviting. On the positive side, the room was clean and bigger than expected. The outdoor patio was a nice surprise, and the location near food options was really convenient. But overall, the negatives outweighed the positives. This hotel is not This Teen Travelz approved. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review of the Courtyard Bridgeport Clarksburg. Just a reminder, this review is not sponsored. My family paid for our stay, and as always, you're getting my honest teen perspective. If you liked this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more hotel reviews from This Teen Travelz. See you in the next one. Bye! It was basically unusable for Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi was basically unusable for Wi-Fi? No way!